everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen and today we are talking about the spin tool. All about the spin tool. So the spin tool can be found in the edit mode. So let's select this cube here and let's go to edit mode. So on the top here, object mode, click it and then edit mode. And on the left side, there is this toolbar, and if you scroll down, you will see spin, and this is called the spin tool. So I'm just going to do a demo, an example of what the spin tool can do. So first we have to click on a face. Let's change edge select to face select, and let's select the top face like this. And let's also go to front view by pressing 1 or numpad 1. Now, if you don't know what numpad 1 is and 1 is, watch my Blender Views YouTube video to learn more about the different views in Blender. Numpad 1 is the front face, and we have the top face selected, like this. Now, this is very important. Where you place your cursor will dictate how your shape will spin around the cursor. For example, cursor right here, click on it, and you can click your cursor anywhere in the world, in the viewport, but we're gonna put it right here. It could be here, here, or here, as long as it's parallel to this line right here, like this. And now we can click the spin tool. Now remember, the top face is selected. Click on the spin tool, and here pops out X, Y, and Z. There are 3 axes that you can spin from, and we're gonna find the axes where it's like a curve. So let's see. Oh, perfect. And if you hover on the plus signs, a circle will appear. That is the line of rotation. So let's click on the plus sign and drag it like this. Voila. Now down here in this box, you can click it and it has all these properties that you can do. For example, the steps. So we can change that to 4, for example, and that's how much, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to change it to like 20, for example, then there are 20 steps. So let's change it back to 12. And for the angle, that is just like, I'm gonna do something, maybe minus 90. So as you can see, there's 90 degrees for the angle. And if you want to do like 180, for example, 180, you can do that also. So that's like exact angles. I'm gonna tab out. And now we're finished. Now let's go back to the move tool and let's click on this face and let's extrude it by clicking E for extrude and then down like this. And you have made like a doorways or something, I don't know. Now let's do that together, okay? Let's go back to object mode and delete this, okay? Object mode, and let's just click X and then delete. And let's also put the cursor back into its original spot by clicking Shift S, and then over here it says cursor to world origin. We're gonna click that and voila, at the world origin. Now let's do another shape. Instead of the cube, let's make a cylinder, okay? So Shift A and then mesh and then down here to cylinder. And the add a cylinder box here, the vertices, let's lower that down to 8, like this. Perfect. Okay, now let's just click on this, select this, and let's go to edit mode. So right now we have this cylinder and we want to make a curve, okay, right here, like a spin. So with face select click here, we're gonna click the top face, okay? So let's go to numpad 3 this time, numpad 3 for the side view. We are going to spin across this way, like this, okay? So with that selected, let's also click the cursor here. Now you can place the cursor wherever, you know, here, 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 here. But let's place the cursor here this time. The closer you go, the smaller the spin will be. And the farther away, the bigger will be. So this is like the middle point. So this is like the midpoint. This will create this curve right here, right here. This will create this curve, and this will create this curve. It's just a small curve. Yeah, so we're gonna put it right here. Okay, and with the cursor selected, let's move back to the move tool. We are going to go to the spin tool. Okay, now remember there are 3 axes you can spin on, you know, the X, the Y, the Z, and we have to find the one where it's like it shows a full circle. So not this one. Oh, perfect, this one. And you can see both of the plus signs, and when you cover, it creates a circle because that's the rotation that the spin is going to be at. So we're going to click on one of the plus sign, and then we're just going to drag it all the way here. Perfect. And now to be exact, we're going to add -180. For the steps, let's do 16. Okay, perfect. And let's go back to the move tool, and let's just extrude this like this. Oops, extrude, E for extrude, and then down like this, and you're finished. You're done. You can use this spin tool to do lots of things, and it doesn't have to curve. It can be like pipes, for example, or any. I can't think of anything at this moment, but there are tons of things that you can make with this spin tool. So now let's do some pipes together. So going back to object mode, let's delete this by pressing X and then delete. Also by putting the cursor back in the middle by clicking Shift S and then cursor to world origin. We are going to create another cylinder. So Shift A and then cylinder, and this cylinder will have 8 sides like before. We are going to jump back into edit mode like this. So first we are going to elongate this, grabbing everything by pressing A. So pressing A, press S for scale, and then Z for the for only controlling the Z axis, and let's pull like this. Perfect. Now let's just select the top part because we want this spin to come from there. Let's click on front view, which is numpad 1 or just 1. And then from here, let's go and make a spin. So going to our cursor, click it. So let's do it right here. With the top face selected, we're going to go down here to the spin tool, click it. Let's find our circle right here, circle, and spin like this. Perfect. So for the angle, it's -91. We want it exact, so we're going to do -90. Perfect. Now let's extend this face. So let's just go here and let's just extrude. E for extrude. Like this. Perfect. Okay, good. Now let's continue that, okay? So back to the cursor, click on the cursor right here. And let's put the cursor, because you want to go here, here, and maybe here so that we can go up. So let's put it right here so that it wraps around this thing. Remember, that wraps around, okay? Maybe here, maybe. Perfect. Okay. And then we have the spin tool again. And let's find our... Okay, so Y this time, okay? Now just pull. And then the spin tool. To make it exact, once again, we're going to do 90. Like this. Perfect. And now let's continue on. So clicking the move tool, we're going to extrude this one more time. And let's see, why don't we do something on the other side? As you can see, the pipes go like this, this, this. Why don't we go that way where the green arrow is pointing at? So why don't we go to the side view, pressing 3 or numpad 3. And let's go this way, like this. How do you do that? Well, have the top part selected and go to the cursor. And because we want it to go like this, let's put the cursor right over here, like this. Perfect. And now when we spin it, it's gonna go like this. So the spin tool, and we're going to spin, 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 like this. Oh, okay, let's change that to 12. And for the angle, minus 90. Perfect. Okay, now let's go back to the move tool and extrude that. Perfect. The top view is numpad 7, right? Okay, perfect. And then from there, we click on the cursor once again. And then we put the cursor, we want it to go this way, okay? This way. Then we put the cursor right over, let's put it right here, so that the spin will go this way. It will wrap around the cursor. So let's go down here to spin again, and let's just spin again, like this. To be exact, put the angle measurement to minus 90. Perfect. Let's extrude this thing again by clicking E for extrude, and then here you go. Fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched my other videos, like my Banker's Lamp Blender modeling video, I'll leave the video in the card above me and in the description box. I also made a light bulb modeling video. I'll also leave that in the card above and in the description box. It is a very beginner-friendly video. So if you are a beginner or an absolute beginner, I think it would be helpful for you. And like I mentioned before, I also made a Blender views video where I talk about all the different views in Blender, how you can access them, and also the camera view. So I will also leave that in a card above me and in the description box. And if you haven't checked already, I have an Instagram, HelenMelon3D Art, where I post tons of cute 3D art and Blender renders. So I'll leave that in the description box down below also. If you have any questions or concerns about Blender, leave them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!